This is our first home that we're going to sell, and the question is, what do we have to do to get this house ready? And because we've never sold a home before, the things that come to mind are cracked walls, landscaping, does the paint need to be changed? Do we need to clean up some things? Do we need to declutter? And frankly, there's lots of questions that we didn't have the answers to. And so finding the right realtor was really important for us. We found Aubra years ago via an email that she would send us regarding our home and its current market value. That was always fun to see. I think it's a monthly email we would get from her, and I liked that. And then later on, occasionally we would see a video about what was happening in the Freeport market. And so I got to experience her just by watching her, and that was actually our introduction. So our introduction wasn't in person, it wasn't through a friend, it was through her emails.
And we sat with her and were able to have a great conversation about what it would be to sell our home and what we needed to prepare, what we needed to get ready for, what that would look like, what the process. She did a great job explaining that. But we had to pause on our place, and actually my mom's house needed to sell first. And so because we had already met her, we connected her with my mom, who was really impressed with the service that she got from Aubra. And we got to watch it from a distance before we actually listed our house, which was a really great opportunity. And what we really appreciate about Aubra was her awareness of the market. She's a research-oriented realtor, and so she knows the market, understands it. Before we ever listed with Aubra, we were getting emails from her, updates about her home, about the market, about what's going on in Freeport. We've had questions along the way, and you have questions at all times of day, night, and I'm not trying to say that Aubra's, taking phone calls in the middle of the night. She's just, she has a healthy balance. And so I've got a call from her while I was driving. I was making a business trip, and she called me while she was driving somewhere else. Hey, we're both in the car. She knew that I was. And so that sort of personal touch, hey, I have a moment, I'm going to give you a call because I know you need an answer, was a great experience for us. Mm-hmm. So that it was a healthy boundary, but she was very responsive. We experienced Aubra as valuing us as individuals, in that she had kept a profile on us, and we sat down with her April 1st of this year, and she's able to tell us, this is ironic, but it was April 1st last year. And so she had kept a folder on us and knew all of our details walking in the door. So it wasn't like she walked in the door and said, remind me of everything. It was like she had already done her research, she'd already reminded herself about us. And I observed her personal approach to my mom and her house sale first, and then I guess felt like it was our turn. It was our focus.
She came in, she was professional, she had already done her homework, and when you're selling a home, you've got your regular daily things that garner your attention, and you're also trying to sell a home. And so she was respectful of our time. She came in with her homework already done, told us what we could expect, and within 30 to 45 minutes, we had a pretty clear picture of what our next steps would be. And that felt as though she was valuing our time, and also knowing that there's stress related with selling a home. And so she was mindful of us as clients, though she had just gotten to know us. Really appreciated her work. She's efficient. She communicates well. She keeps us in the loop on what's changed or what needs to be updated, and she responds quickly. And that's what you need, because it's pretty emotional to sell a home, especially one that you've put a lot of energy and commitment into. And I just think Aubra's really good at communicating.
She's a steady hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think for us, being our first home that we sold, we didn't realize the emotions that we would feel as we felt them, and the questions that we would have. You just don't know what you don't know. And so we had a lot of things that we realized we didn't know, and Aubra was calm, collected and educated in all these areas, and just really, I felt like, kind of mentored us through the process. And we're almost there. We're almost finished and excited to see the end in sight.
Why Aubra? First of all, she's experienced. She's been doing this for a long time, and that gives her a lot of knowledge to help clients. I think many of us haven't done this before, and so we really need someone we feel that we could trust, who is looking for all of the details that we don't know to look for. And Aubra's going to show up in those ways and give the guidance that's necessary when selling a home. This is an area that we don't have expertise on, and so having someone who knows what they're doing, like Aubra does, is tremendously valuable. And yeah, we just have really come to appreciate our work with her.